Hi, Kylie here and welcome to my Plan With Me for November 2022. So this is where my brain is right now. You're not going to see me draw, obviously, all of these things because I forgot to press record on my camera. And you would think after the length of time I've been doing these that wouldn't be the sort of rookie mistake that I would make. But that seems to be what my last week has really been like. So I was looking at the last couple of months of my bullet journal and I didn't want to do another month that was just random floral and patterns. I thought I'd theme it a little bit more. So I was looking through different sort of ideas and came across this really cute little drawing of a cactus. So I thought, yeah, that'll work. There's lots of different sorts of cactus or cacti. And they're quite simple little shapes and everything else. So, I can just do collections of those for this month and put them in nice, really colourful pots. So I can add a little bit more pop of colour than just green, which is largely what cacti are coloured as. So hence the theme. That's what we have for this month. Now, getting this video out has been a little bit of drama. I recorded it last weekend. I was going to get it done on Monday or Tuesday and then client work overrode that. And then on Wednesday morning when I woke up, my Mac refused to wake up. And as someone who basically makes most of my living working on a computer, that's a bit scary. So fortunately for me, my partner managed to get it back working on Thursday night. And everything was fine. But I'm going to use me as a cautionary tale for any of you sitting there who have a device of any kind that has not been backed up for a while, that don't give yourself the same sort of heart attack as I gave myself by not doing that. Now, having said that, for me, it's not overly tragic because I do keep the vast majority of all of my documents and files and everything else in OneDrive. So I, am constantly backing up. So I wasn't going to lose very much, but there were just a couple of little things that I'd sort of done that were still sitting on the desktop because I was still working through them. It wasn't client work, it was just bits and pieces for me. But I would have been a little bit annoyed if I had have lost them. So yeah, cautionary tale, back up, just in case. So we're in November and it's a little bit of a busy month for me. I've got quite a lot of sort of random client work going on, which is great. I will never complain about being paid to do what I get paid to do. But yeah, it just means that there's still some things that I've been trying to catch up on with my own projects and my own work that are still going to have to just be put off for a little bit because I just won't have the creative energy to do them. And when I talk about client work, it isn't anything like what you see me drawing here in my bullet journals. If you have looked through my channel, you'll see some of it in some of the explainer videos that I've got on my channel, but I do graphic scribing, graphic capture, illustration, explainers, those sorts of things for organisations. And that's what I mean when I talk about client work. It's that sort of stuff on the whole. And it's great. I love what I do. It's taken a very long time to sort of shift into being able to actually have something creative as my career that people pay me for, which is lovely. But it also means that I have something creative as my work, which sort of affects the amount of creativity that I have available for the things that I want to do for me. So that's all. It's just nice to have some breaks, and December, January is normally pretty good for breaks. In Australia, a lot of businesses sort of go on. I mean, it's not like they shut down, but it sort of is like they shut down over Christmas and New Year because, of course, it's summer and that's our big summer holidays and everything else. So I really never have any scribing activities during that time. I sometimes get some other illustration work and that, but largely I get a bit of time for me during that, which is nice. That's sort of where I get to plot and plan and do all the things that I have to do to run my business and also work on some of my creative projects, which is nice. So that's what I will be doing in December, is planning for 2023 and getting on top of a few different creative things, and getting a few bits and pieces under control, which will be lovely to actually have sorted as we move into 2023. But we still have a whole other 2 months before we get to 2023, so there'll still be lots of bits and pieces going on. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope that your November is a good month. I hope that everything is treating you well in the world, and I hope that you're enjoying whatever it is that you're doing. I hope that you're continuing with some sort of creative practice for yourself. And even if that at the moment just feels like you're watching these sorts of videos and going, I wish I could do that. Sometimes it takes a while to move from watching things into actually doing things. But I would actively encourage you to do so. You don't have to be like, those of us who decide to record this stuff and share it with the world. Just make whatever, create, do things that make you happy, and add as much joy into your life as you possibly can. It's all been a bit non-joyful for a little bit too long at this point in time. So try to create peace, joy, serenity, and all of those things as we go along. Which sort of brings me into the quote for this month. You'll notice that I haven't done a quote page. That's largely because it sort of just didn't fit into the layout. So I sort of went, well, I'll just find a really small little quote to do for this month then. And you'll see it's just a nice, simple, clarity brings serenity. And that's a little bit of what I'm aiming for myself. I think peace, serenity, or something like that will definitely be a word for me for 2023 when I do my 3 words, because this year's been a little bit too much of not that, and I would really like to improve that in my life. So this is my bullet journal for November 2022. I hope that you like it. Thank you very much for being here and watching this, and I look forward to seeing you in December. Thanks. Bye.